I thought it'd be nice to make a video about what I'm currently working on. Perhaps this could be a weekly thing or a monthly thing, I'm not sure yet. But I thought it would be nice to have a little regular wild and mindful weaving creating session. So it won't be a start to finish project, but it will just be like a very mindful, perhaps half an hour to an hour of just something that I'm working on. Perhaps you've got something that you're working on that it would be nice for you to feel like you've got somebody creating alongside you. So it'd be nice to hear thoughts on that. Obviously I have just released an online course, how to make your own wild basket from plant materials that are local to you. So this is the basket that I'm showing in the course. But this can also apply, you can use the same techniques to make other similar baskets, like this one, which is just made from dandelions, for example. It's got a rush base, so the base is made from rush. So that's only using 2 plants, whereas obviously this one we've got a few more. But the course will allow you to make a basket with the plants that you have local to you, so don't worry, don't think that it's just this basket that you can make. You can make lots of this type of basket, but with whatever you've got local to you. Another couple that I've made recently, this kind of thing, which only requires very minimal plants. These are made from rush and cattails, and they follow a very similar technique to the one in the course. So my friendly feline with me. Here she is. This is Gwendolyn. So I like to do a lot of experimentation with plants, and I don't seek out to make everything that I weave or create to be perfect. Sometimes I just want to be able to get into a mindful space, but I don't really feel like being a perfectionist. And that's okay. You can still create something which will reflect how you're feeling at the time. For example, I've been working on this scruffy little basket. When I started it, I had lots of leftover sweet flag. So I was just thinking, oh, what can I use this for? So I just started making something. I didn't even know what I was going to make. I just feel like I need to do something mindful, and weaving has always been that thing that grounds me. So yeah, I just started on this, and it's a little bit scruffy and some of the pieces aren't the best. I've had to replace some of the stakes and thread them back in, so it's a little bit of a mishmash, but that's fine. It's surprising what you can produce. Even if it's not perfect, it can still be functional, and it can still bring you back to that grounding place if you're feeling that you need something meditative to do. So I'm just going to do a border on this one that I'm working on now. At one point I was thinking about turning it into a bag, but the pieces that I'm using were just kind of leftover pieces, and they are a little bit scruffy, and they're not that strong, so I am going to just do a border on it now. So it's done. So I've completed it, and then I can actually go on to something different, maybe with slightly more fresher materials. Yeah, so this one that I'm doing at the moment is just cattails and rush, cattail for the base and rush for the weavers. Please let me know if you would like a regular video like this one, and how often you think it would be useful. And I'd also love to hear about what you're making. Send some photos if you feel like it. Yeah, and if you do want to learn more in a more step-by-step way, my course it includes 8 video tutorials in depth, with all my tips and knowledge about harvesting, soaking and making the basket, and it's very calming, relaxing style of videos, so yeah, I really appreciate those of you who have purchased the course already, and for your lovely comments on my videos. I really just started out with all of this for my own mental health and well-being, and it's just become a real love and passion, and it's really brought me a lot of peace, and I think everyone should weave with wild plants. I also have a free PDF, which is just a starting guide to the types of plants that are fibrous and that can be used for weaving. So feel free to download that. It's completely free. Yeah, and you can find all of those in the description and on my main bio and website. My website, which is wildandmindful.com. Also, let me know if you prefer to have these kinds of videos with talking, or just literally with weaving, with a little bit of relaxing music, or maybe a bit of both. I'd love to know what you think. Usually I go onto autopilot when I'm doing these projects, but sometimes I will be on autopilot for half an hour and then I suddenly become aware and forget what I'm doing. It's quite strange. I collected some lavender the other day and dried it out. Gonna experiment with making something with that. Been harvesting calendula, not for weaving, but just because they are beautiful. The smell, oh, they smell so good. They've got that really resinous kind of smell, but it smells like almost citrusy, but very, very subtle citrusy, but they just smell amazing. Dropped it on the floor. And I dry those out and I just simply make tea. I just dry them out, store them in a jar, and then I use them with tea in an infuser, and I usually add some rose petals, maybe some lemon balm. Really, really lovely tea, relaxing, calming, and really good for you. Very good anti-inflammatory. But I'm not giving medical advice. In these regular videos, I think I mentioned earlier, but it will be just me kind of making, and you know, I will, if I make a mistake, I'll show you. It won't just be, you know, the good stuff. It will be every mood and every mess. But I think, you know, that's a good thing, because that's how we learn. And you know, with world basketry, there's always something different, a different plant, a different weave, a different different style of basket, different combinations of plants. Like, some of these are very messy. And it would be nice to make this a kind of, you know, well-being space. So feel free to share any tips, or, you know, different crafts or things that you might use in your daily life. Or, you know, please feel free to share any plants that you've used that you've not heard mentioned here, or that you're not, you know, you don't know a lot about, because I really like to learn about new plants as well. And there's a lot of plants that obviously aren't native to where I am in South Wales in the UK, so yeah. Messy, but starting to look functional. And I did soak this just before I turned the camera on. It is starting to get a little bit dry now, so I could use a spray of water on it, but I'm on the very last bit now, so I'm hoping it'll be just about okay. I won't always have time to finish a basket on these videos, but as I was just doing the border on this one, it's worked out okay. Okay, well, it's pretty much done. Just need to trim it up. I'd like to be able to do these videos unedited as much as possible, but I think sometimes I will need to edit, otherwise you could be watching me making the same mistake over and over again for 5 hours. So we'll start off by just doing a little trim of like, so it's got some little bits left on as a decoration. Just going to trim off some of these ends now. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that, joining me for a mindful weaving session, and hopefully there'll be more to come. And if you would like a step-by-step guidance on how to make one of these lovely beautiful baskets, you can purchase my course. Information is in the description. Special price until the end of June 2026. Thanks for joining me, and look after yourself.